Imagine buying Bitcoin or Ether the same way you buy a stock. No wallets, no seed phrases, just a ticker symbol. That's the promise of crypto ETFs. But here's the twist. What simplifies the ride can also shape your returns in ways most people don't see. Stick with me to the end for a simple 5-point checklist to choose a fund and 2 common mistakes to avoid. First, the big picture. A crypto ETF is a fund you buy in a regular brokerage account that aims to mirror crypto prices. There are 2 main flavors. Futures ETFs don't own coins. They own contracts that bet on where the price will be later. Spot ETFs hold the actual asset, like Bitcoin, in custody. Futures feel like surfing a wave's reflection in a mirror. Spot is riding the wave itself. Both can work, but they behave differently day to day. A key milestone made this mainstream. In January 2024, U.S. regulators approved the listing and trading of multiple spot Bitcoin exchange-traded products for the first time. That opened the door for everyday investors to get direct Bitcoin exposure through an ETF structure. And it didn't stop there. After approving the exchange rule changes in May 2024, Spot Ether ETFs cleared their final paperwork and began trading in the US on July 23, 2024. If you're looking at ETH tickers today, that's how they got here. So what's the catch? Fees and fit. Compare costs before you buy. For example, the popular ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, one of the futures funds, carries a 0.95% expense ratio. That doesn't sound huge, but it compounds over time, and it's higher than many broad market ETFs. Always check the prospectus or a reputable quote page for the exact number. With futures funds, there's another wrinkle called the roll. Futures contracts expire, so the fund must sell the old month and buy the next one. If the future you're buying costs a bit more than the one you're selling, a common setup called contango, the fund can slowly leak performance versus spot prices. Think of climbing a down escalator. You're moving, but the staircase is trimming your gains. Risks aren't just about fees. Crypto prices can swing like a pendulum in a storm. And while ETFs are regulated, the underlying crypto markets don't always have the same investor protections as stocks and bonds. Translation: know your risk tolerance and don't confuse a familiar brokerage wrapper with a tame asset. You also have choice beyond the obvious. Spot funds suit people who want the coin's price without the custody hassle. Futures funds may be better for certain trading strategies or accounts that can't hold spot products. Some issuers offer inverse ETFs designed to go up when Bitcoin goes down. Useful for short-term hedges, but tricky for long holds because they reset daily. And there are picks and shovels funds holding blockchain-related companies if you'd rather invest in the ecosystem than the coins themselves. Here's a concrete example. Suppose Bitcoin rises 10% over a few months. A spot ETF tracking it closely might be up about the same after fees. A futures ETF could show less if roll costs and expenses add drag. Both may be fine tools, they just take different routes to the destination. Now, the 5-point checklist you can use today. 1. Pick your wrapper. Spot for the closest tie to the coin's price, futures if you understand roll dynamics and prefer that structure. 2. Compare total costs. Expense ratio, typical bid-ask spread, and any trading commissions in your account. A 0.95% fee versus a 0.25% compounds. Run the math before you buy. 3. Evaluate tracking. Look at how closely the ETF has followed its target over weeks and months, not just days. Persistent gaps equal tracking error, and that's real money over time. 4. Check size and liquidity. Higher assets under management and tighter spreads usually mean easier trading and less slippage. If you plan to trade actively, this matters as much as the expense ratio. 5. Fit it into a plan. Crypto can be a spicy slice, not the whole pie. Decide your position size in advance, rebalance on a schedule, and consider setting guardrails like a max allocation or a stop level so emotions don't drive your next move. 2 mistakes to avoid. First, chasing the lowest fee without checking tracking and spreads. A cheap fund that trades poorly can cost more in practice. Second, treating inverse or leverage products like long-term holdings. They're precision tools for short windows, not set-and-forget investments. Just a heads up, nothing in this video is financial advice. It's all for information only. Explore more tips on money and investing at Money Nova's website. If this helped demystify crypto ETFs, you're ready to read a fact sheet with fresh eyes and build a position that actually matches your goals. Stick around for more plain English breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.